Hi, this is Kit Welchlin. Today I will discuss stress management skills that work. Stress management is a daily battle. Sometimes when I'm delivering a presentation on stress management, I'm thinking to myself, man, did I ever need this? People sometimes will ask me, what are the 5 stress management techniques that work? Number 1, set a variety of goals. Setting goals does relieve stress because it gives us hope that our lives can be different. In every area of your life, career, financial, family, friends, physical, emotional, educational, and spiritual, the formula for goal setting stays the same. Decide clearly what you want. Give yourself a deadline. Connect with the people, the groups, and the organizations you will need to work with to learn the knowledge and develop those skills. Finally, put together a plan of action. Number 2, talk it out. Talk about your troubles or concerns with a mentor or a confidential friend. If you are worried about burdening them, consider a therapist to assist you in exploring your feelings of being overwhelmed or the negative thoughts or the chronic stress. Consider talk therapy. Number 3, turn off mobile notifications. Be sure to turn off notifications for all of your work-affiliated apps all the way down to whatever instant messaging service your office is tethered to. Disconnecting from your phone, laptop, and other technology as often as you can will help you deal with stress quickly. Number 4, take off some Fridays and Mondays. Take a bunch of long weekends throughout the year. The concerns about taking extended periods for a long vacation or two will disappear. Number 5, worry with a writing instrument. Make a list of problems or concerns you have been experiencing lately and rank them from the most troublesome to the least troublesome. Review your top 5 concerns and brainstorm at least 3 possible solutions for each. Select the problem that seems most pressing and create a plan of action. Define what a successful outcome to this problem would look like. Strive for that outcome. A frequently asked question is this one. What are the 10 stress management techniques? Well, 1, consider what you can learn from the experience. With an open mind, there's always something we can learn from crises. How to recognize it, how to respond to it, and how to remember those lessons learned from it. We reduce our stress when we think of all the experience as a case study and as a teacher. Number 2, practice acceptance. You need to be in charge of your emotions rather than your emotions being in charge of you. Making choices that are reasonable, as I've always said, I hope for the best, plan for the worst, and I accept what I get. Number 3, gather information. Consider risk. Identify conflicting facts. Ask others' advice. Then make the call. Number 4, learn to say no, even to the good things. Consider offering an alternative. Instead of heading up the committee, offer to bring snacks to the meeting or cut them a check instead. Learning to say no is an important part of simplifying your life and managing your stress. Number 5, create routines for ordinary tasks. Recite a couple of positive affirmations that empower you. As you leave, take a few deep breaths before you start your commute. When you get to work, review your list of things to do today and prioritize your list so you feel like you have control over your day. Schedule a morning and an afternoon walking break. Review your list at the end of the day and see your accomplishments and compliment yourself for getting important work done. Take a few deep breaths and then head home. Number 6, be polite. Being polite is free and freeing. Common courtesies go a long way in nurturing professional and personal relationships. But did you know it can also help us manage our stress? Just the simple act of smiling has a positive impact on our attitude and emotional well-being. Number 7, be decisive. Follow a proven process for sound decision making. Make it a personal policy that you don't let the stress motivate your decisions. If you can, run your decision by someone you know and trust that is calm. Ask your colleague to honestly point out flaws and blind spots in your logic. Now make a good decision. Make plans for implementation and feel the relief. Number 8, get a pet. Pets can relieve stress if you pick the right pet that fits your lifestyle. There's a reason why over 43 million households in the United States own a dog and more than 36 million households own a cat. Research supports the idea that pets help reduce stress. Whether it's a dog, cat, bird, reptile, rabbit, and maybe a fish, spider, or any other animal, animals seem to help reduce stress. Number 9, get some plants. Researchers have found that being around plants can induce a relaxation response. One study found that a group of stressed out people who entered a room full of plants enjoyed a 4-point drop in their blood pressure. And number 10, avoid negative people. Danny Downers and negative Nellies are everywhere. They're tiring. Negative people can be physically, psychologically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually draining. If you have to interact with negative people, minimize your exposure and have a survival kit available to pick yourself back up emotionally and mentally. The follow-up question is usually, what are the 3 stress management techniques to relieve stress? Well, 1, consider massage. Many businesses, hospitals, and clinics, and I've noticed even airports, offer massage therapy to employees, patients, and customers and travelers. If you don't feel comfortable with people touching you, consider self-massage techniques such as massaging your neck, your shoulders, or your feet. Massage is just one of the many remedies for reducing stress. Number 2, monitor yourself. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What are you going to do about it? Number 3, understand motivation. Stress can be motivating, and then again, it can just be plain stressful. With the appropriate amount of stress, people do respond with increased productivity and creativity. However, too much stress and both drop and are replaced with anxiety and high blood pressure. Most people are aware of the fight or flight response and ask, how can I manage the fight or flight response through relaxation exercises or relaxation techniques when I am feeling overwhelmed? When there is an activating event, that ignites the fight or flight response. There is an interpretation or a belief that quickly follows, and then there is a consequence, the stress one feels inside, feeling overwhelmed. Take a deep breath and reconsider your overly negative thoughts. Try to neutralize the negative thinking. Substitute a new thought and new belief. These relaxation techniques will counteract feeling overwhelmed. One of the pressures people feel is related to poor time management, theirs or someone else's. So people often ask me, how can time management help me cope with stress? Time management helps you keep projects on schedule and helps you keep your commitments to your coworkers, friends, and family. Because of good time management skills, we feel in more control and helps us control and cope with stress. Time management assures you that you are in the right place at the right time and ready for the interaction. Stress often leads to negative thoughts and catastrophic thinking. People will ask, how can I employ an effective stress response when I'm experiencing negative thoughts that get in the way of my ability to deal with stress? The key is to manage emotions and respond appropriately, and that is to monitor the stages of listening. First of all information simply comes through your senses. It's raw data. No meaning has been applied to it. The second step is interpretation. Interpretation is the intellectual question, why? Why would a person say this? Why would a person do this? Now, based upon your interpretation, you have a feeling. This is critical because once you are trapped in an emotional state, it limits your options, and that can get in the way of your ability to deal with stress. Finally, express your best option. Slow down the process, and you can minimize the mistakes and the stress in your life. If you or your coworkers want to learn stress management skills that work, contact me at kit@seminarsonstress.com, and I will provide a presentation packed with practical strategies to manage time and stress.